So spring is in the air, and if recent changes and rumblings in the market are any indication, we are setting up for a very active and busy spring market. So if you're thinking of selling your house, what are the 4 things that you can do in the short term to get ready to put your property on the market? First, declutter. Declutter, declutter, declutter. Now, your place might feel cozy and lived in and relaxing. That's not what a buyer wants to see. A buyer wants to see space with the minimal amount of furnishings. And depending once after you've decluttered what your place looks like at that point, you might also consider professional staging. Decluttering your basement and everything else that's not just like a piece of nice, beautiful furniture or an art piece. Everything has to go. Declutter. Next is painting. Now, a beautiful fresh paint job can make sort of a drab, average house look spectacular, especially if you go with sort of a lighter and brighter paint color. Painting, I might move the order around and say it's number 1, but it certainly is number 2. So paint your place and freshen it up. Number 3 is to make necessary improvements and repairs to the property. These can be small repairs, like, if there's a few holes that need to be caulked and painted, things like that, to large repairs. For example, is there something that needs to be improved with the wiring? What about the roof? These are all important things. The condition of the house, in as much as the appearance, of course, is important, one of the main factors is going to be, for anyone buying an older house in Toronto, and most of them are older, at least 100 years or more in some cases, there's going to be a home inspection. Now, whether that's done by the seller and is given or made available to the buyer, or it's done by the buyer, it's put in as a condition in their offer, an inspection. You want to make sure there's no surprises that are going to impact the purchase price that has been agreed to once the inspection has been reviewed as part of the conditions. Now, in some cases, some of these repairs might cost you, several $1,000s, but in the long term, it's going to be worth it. Because if someone comes back to you, the buyer comes back and says, hey, there is this problem and that problem in the inspection, we want a price reduction. You don't want to be in that position. You want to make sure you're very aware of the condition of your house and all of the issues around any problems are fully disclosed. Now, number 4, especially as we are now heading into warm, nice weather this spring, landscaping. When someone comes up to your house, how it appears, it's going to be like the impression on a first date. How does that house show? Is it welcoming, inviting, beautifully landscaped? You want to take that in, the buyer standing and just taking the house, and this is where I want to live. This is our new house, and in they go and are convinced by the beautiful interior. Landscaping, putting in some plants, bushes, making sure it's all well groomed, very important. So these are just some 4, I would say, the key elements in terms of things that you can do to get your house ready for the spring market. If you're thinking of selling and you have any questions, don't hesitate, be in touch, and I look forward to talking to you real soon.